Greetings, fellow children of time and space. It's your host, TheAmariaShadow, and welcome back to another installment of Answers for the TARDIS. To let you guys know why I haven't been uploading any videos lately, it's because of the main fact that I don't have any video games to play at the moment. But that should change later this month because I had finally gotten my hands on a season pass for Final Fantasy 15. Now, wait a minute, Yami, you've already played Final Fantasy 15. You're telling me that there's more? Of course there's more. There's way more content for you guys coming in the near future for Final Fantasy 15. There's episode Gladio, episode Prompto, episode Ignis, and of course there's a multiplayer expansion that's supposedly coming out later in the future. And I'm just hoping that I can showcase all of this content to you guys on my channel, because my Let's Play for Final Fantasy 15 is far from over. Because one of my most planned out things that I'm going to do is I'm going to do the New Game Plus mode and redo the entire story from the ground up and see how I fare in it. Now, another thing I was wanting to talk about was Sonic Mania and the newly announced title for Project Sonic 2017 that we got yesterday. We finally got a look at another world for Sonic Mania, which is going to be Battery Zone? I forgot the full title, but it's from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, a really classic level that I remember from my childhood, and quite frankly, I love that level so much, and I'm going to be pretty interested to play it once Sonic Mania comes out. But unfortunately, my plans for that Let's Play has been kind of delayed, as you could say, considering that the game itself has been delayed until a summer release, because originally the release was going to be for May. No, not May. I ain't going to say May. We never got an official release date. We got a release window that it would release in spring. And now we're moving from one vague release window to another release window. I just hope that with what Sega is doing with Sonic Mania is only showing that they're actually doing their best to allow the team that's working on Sonic Mania to put their full capability of making this a really good game, because let's be honest here, the reason why I'm a gamer in the first place is because of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog was my very first game. It was on, and my very first system was the Sega Genesis. And quite frankly, without Sonic the Hedgehog, my love of games wouldn't be what it is right now. I'd probably be not at this point with games if it wasn't for Sonic the Hedgehog. So I'm really, really hoping that both Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces, which I'm going to talk about in a couple of minutes, ends up being a really good game, and it'll show it's a first step towards Sega coming back from the darkness with Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, for Sonic Forces, I was so glad when they finally announced the title for Sonic Forces. I mean, for some of us Sonic fans, we probably would have preferred a release date, but for me, I'm more than happy with the title, because I want this game to be a really, really well-made game. I don't want it to be glitchy like Sonic 2006. I don't want it to have a bad reputation like Sonic Unleashed, because of it being released right after Sonic 2006. And I want it to be a game that'll push all of the badness from the Sonic franchise out of the water. It's not going to do it right away, but I want it to be a start, because we just got through Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric, and of course the Sonic Boom games aren't really how can I put it? Some people may like it, some people may don't. I'm not one that don't like it, and I'm only glad that Sonic Boom is more of a Nintendo game than a Sony game, because one of the things that I want to do on this channel in the near future is bring you guys more content from different systems, and one of them is obviously the Nintendo Switch. And if a Sonic game like Sonic Boom was released on the Nintendo Switch, that game would not be showcased on my channel. It just wouldn't, because every Sonic Boom game I've seen so far is technically the exact same thing. And the only games we've seen so far is Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal, Rise of Lyric, and Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice is just a bit of an upscale from Shattered Crystal, and quite frankly, I don't see where the love for it is. because it's just the same thing, at least in my eyes. Take my opinion as any way you want. Now, for other games I would like to bring a Let's Play on. As I mentioned in an earlier video on my channel, I had finally pre-ordered Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Now, I would prefer to do a live stream on this, but as you guys already know, I'm not at the liberty of having a really powerful internet connection, so I have to do videos like I do every single day for this channel, and quite frankly, that wouldn't help me with Final Fantasy XIV. That would only make my internet be strained so much. Now, if you guys want to see a Let's Play on Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood, please let me know in the comment section below, because without your guys' opinion and statements, and quite frankly, your attention and approval for anything that I post on this channel is not going to go anywhere whatsoever. Other than that, there is one other game that caught my eye, and it is the Disney Afternoon Collection, and that's coming out sometime later this month, I believe. I'm not too certain when that is coming out, but basically it is a bundle of classic Disney games based on series from their Toon Disney lineup back in the 90s, I would like to say. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, I might be interested in picking this up, because I'm not really too much of a classic gamer anymore, because it's like I'm preferring all the modernization of a lot of the games that we get right now. But one of the games that were bundled up in this collection was a Darkwing Duck video game, and I never knew there was a Darkwing Duck video game, and I would love to try my hands on that. And these games are practically what's a good era? I want to say Atari era of video games when I looked at them, or Dreamcast, I'm not too certain, but I would like to pick this up just to see how I would fare with it. Okay, I talked about Sonic Forces and Sonic Mania. I talked about Final Fantasy 15. I talked about Final Fantasy 14. I talked about Disney, about the Disney game. Am I forgetting anything? Oh yes! Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 2.5. Some of you have actually asked me if I'm going to pick this game up, and quite honestly, I'm leaning towards no, because 1.5 and 2.5 is just a rehash of all of the games that we've gotten of Kingdom Hearts so far. And quite frankly, to some, it probably would be a smart idea for me to do this and just complete out the entire series of Kingdom Hearts before Kingdom Hearts 3, but there's so much content on the internet about Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, Birth by Sleep, Recoded, 358 or 2 days, and so on and so on and so on, that quite frankly, it just gets a bit too much. And quite frankly, I don't think my content is going to help me out in any way. I want to bring you guys brand new content as much as I possibly can on this channel, and that is something that I've said multiple times. So me bringing out content dealing with those older games isn't new. It isn't new. It's been done. It's been done before. So I'll leave the 60 frames per second version of these older games to other people that are actually interested in them. If I do get this game, I'm mostly going to be playing it for my own pleasure, because as we saw with with Dream Drop Distance, that game was way harder than I imagined it to be compared to the 3DS version, which I blew through without a problem. Now, there was something else I was thinking of. I really wish I had written this down, but I had just woke up like a couple of minutes ago. It is actually Friday the 17th. Oh! I had actually forgotten! Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. I don't know if there's many who celebrate it, but for those that do, I do wish you a good day, and of course, make sure you wear some green, because there's going to be those pictures out there. Okay. Oh yes, a recent update for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 came out, and it's starting to retell some more stuff dealing with the Dragon Ball Super era of the series, and quite frankly, I would love to do a Let's Play on this, but thanks to a friend of mine who actually played the game in advance before me, I know that I won't be able to, considering they got the entire cutscenes blocked in that section, and it's a bit of a disappointment, because I would like to record lots and lots and lots of content for you guys. But when it comes to these games that always have these block cutscenes, it's always frustrating, because it's like Sony wants you to use their share feature. They really do. But it's underutilized a lot, considering that they always have these cutscenes that we can't access because they're always blocked. And it's frustrating. I do hope that somewhere down the line, Sony realizes that that's a bit of a mistake and try and fix it. Now, there's one other thing. I was just thinking about it too. Oh yes, Konami. As we've recently found out, the Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS TV show is going to be delayed until at least May, if I'm correct. May 28th, if I'm correct, if I read that right. And quite frankly, when I saw that, I was a bit disappointed, considering it's like, when it comes to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, a lot of the time, Yu-Gi-Oh's never been delayed when it comes to releasing a new show. So it makes me wonder what is going on with the TV studio right now. What is going on over in Japan with the TV studio that produces the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, and what's going on with Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS, because that's given me a bit of worry, because it's like, this has never happened before. It's never happened before. So it makes me wonder, are they struggling with the production of this series, or are they trying to make it as best as possible? Because as we saw from Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions, they've got a lot of work to cut out for them, because so far, when it comes to anime production and whatnot, The Dark Side of Dimensions went far and beyond with the way that movie looked. It was a beautiful movie, so beautiful, with the art, the graphics, and everything. And quite frankly, if they could pull off the exact same work that went into that movie with Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS, I think I would be more than happy, because I want this series to work, because over in Japan, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 was a flop. Over in other countries, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 worked pretty well. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, but the fact of the matter is, when it got down to the very last few episodes of the series, you could tell that the series was a bit rushed. So I'm only hoping that they don't do this for Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS, because if Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS doesn't succeed over in Japan, I'm pretty certain that'll be the last Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Then again, you never know, because with the card game, I'm pretty certain if the card game keeps going, the series is going to keep going, whether they like it or not. Anyway, that's about everything I've got to say, so thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and of course, if you wish to have any of your questions answered, you could do so by sending me a tweet on my Twitter account, which is in my description, as well as sending a message over on my Facebook page, which is also in the description. And of course, if not, you can always send me a comment right down in the comment section below. And as always, it's your host, TheAmariaShadow, saying along Z, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!